On 16th of September 2022, FKF Premier League side Wazito FC took official ownership from Dubai-based businessman Ricardo Badoer to Kisumu tycoon engineer John Odongo after a couple of years of complications surrounding Badoa's ownership. This move ended all claims of Wazito withdrawing from the top flight league following the instability that has engulfed the club since their promotion in 2019. But why did a club, which had shown promise of potentially becoming a club with the financial muscle to challenge for the title and Africa under Ricardo Badoer, end up becoming a side that has struggled so much? In this explainer, we try to find out. Wazito Football Club was formed in 2011 by the University of Nairobi soccer team and the alumni members headed by Solomon Alubala. Experienced players would mentor the students on career paths and life experiences, which helped create morally upright students and helped them get jobs upon graduation. After training together with the students for some time, the alumni members decided they could form a team to compete in the league. In order to build the team identity, in the 2011 season, Wazito played a lot of friendly matches against different professional clubs and participated in various tournaments. In 2012, Wazito debuted in the Nairobi County Football League, the fifth tier of the Kenyan Football League system. It was a good start for Wazito, and they managed to win the league and earn promotion to the Provincial League in 2013. From that season onwards, they would steadily climb up the football pyramid ladder, and by 2018, had been promoted to the top flight for the first time in 2018 under the stewardship of Frank Ouna. However, they would be relegated at the first time of asking, although brighter fortunes seemed to be around the corner for them. In December 2018, millionaire businessman based in Dubai Ricardo Badoer bought the club, aiming to transform the club and turn it into an African giant. Amongst his aims were to establish a youth football academy to offer European standards training for children from the age of 6, as well as build a UEFA Category 4 stadium. He also claimed that it was difficult for investors to invest into Kenyan clubs because the legal framework in Kenya is not flexible enough. A lack of good structure makes it hard for investors. For example, according to the Sports Act, the teams cannot be limited companies, and this makes things a little bit complicated when it comes to attracting new investors, he said. He held constructive talks with then Gatondo South MP Moses Kuria, himself a football lover, then Deputy President William Ruto over the matter. Mr. Kuria is, as many Kenyans might know, crazy about football and passionate about youth, so he could help out by pushing for change in sports legislation, he added. The so-called moneybags under Badoa promised to light the FKF Premier League with stunning performances, signing every top name in the local league under the tutelage of Fred Ambani. In came Ali Hassan Abondo, Matthew Tayo, Joshua Nyatini, Uganda prodigy Masu Agu, Burundi captain Karim Zigimanya, Abuba Sibomana, and Kenyan forward Elvis Rupia, who was joining from Zambia top flight-based side Power Dynamos. Within 3 months and with the club nowhere near challenging, Ambani together with his technical director Stanley Okumbi were sacked and US national Melis Medo hired. However, Medo was sacked after 3 weeks, and then Ouna, who had guided the team to promotion in 2018, got reinstated as coach. Badoa would soon then sack loyalist Alubala and then replace him with Dennis Gisheru as the club CEO. This created a problem which prompted Alubala to sue the Swede for defamation following inflammatory remarks posted by the Wazito owner on Twitter. According to Alubala, he was never compensated as per the Kenya Empowerment Act of 2017. In January 2020, shortly before the first COVID lockdown, Ouna was fired again, alongside technical director Bramel Makotsi for, and I quote, hurriedly concluding a Wivon Isuza deal from AFC Leopards without taking into consideration the financial nitty-gritty details, end of quote. Badoa decided to reappoint Ambani as head coach, assisted by Salim Babu, but after Francis Kimanzi was fired as the national team head coach in 2020, he took over as coach, assisted by John Kamau. Kimanzi became the 7th coach to manage the club in the year, epitomizing the level of instability that had been affecting the club under the ownership of Badoa. Over his tenure at the club, the moneybags went through financial problems, with players complaining of going without pay. This prompted Kimanzi to raise his concerns to Badoa, which ultimately cost him his job. Ambani would resume his duties as coach until Badoa was forced to sell the club in September 2022, at a time when Wazito were relegated, but avoided the drop because last season had been declared null and void. In January 2022, a court order was issued in response to Alubala's decision to take him to court for firing him. The order banned the Swede from selling, transferring, or in any manner dealing with any shares, equity, and property. This would eventually leave him with no decision but to sell the club, bringing an end to the short but brief dream the trigger-wielding, cigar-smoking, and business tycoon had of turning the club into an African great. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to our channel, The Touchline Maniacs. We bring you this and more exclusive Kenyan content in association with the Walk with Sagini YouTube channel. All the links are in the description below.